The 7 levels of a FIFA player. Let's get straight into it. Level 1, the noob. The noob isn't someone who's a noob at FIFA. No. A noob is someone who's new to video games. You're probably a noob when you had your first controller or your very first time played FIFA. A noob will be baby your girlfriend right now. Because if you give your girl the controller and tell her shoot, circle, she'll look down at the controller, then shoot. And that's what makes a noob. A noob is a person who doesn't even know how to hold the controller. They even get used to even just playing games in general. So the whole situation of a controller, it takes them a bit of time. Lucky for them, FIFA has one of the best, or arguably the best tutorial in football games, and most people don't stay new for long because once you understand where buttons are, you jump straight to the next stage, which is level 2, the casual. So the casual tends to be the person who doesn't watch too much football or doesn't really tend to play that much football, but because everyone has FIFA is like arguably one of the most default games. They typically play the game. They typically just play the game because all their friends are playing. But that's what makes them casual, because they don't really understand the offside rule. And when they do go offside, they couldn't even understand what happened. And you'll explain it to them as much as you can, but they won't know. And these are normally the players that typically play on kickoff mode or that just randomizes teams and will post in their story when they beat a top team a certain amount of goals, maybe 5-0, 3-0. Level 3, the intermediate. This is where you make the jump from actually playing the game casually to somewhat actually competitive. You know how to play the game now, you understand the rules of the game. And playing against CPU actually now starts to get a bit stale. This is where you start playing against other players. Maybe this might be Ultimate Team if you're by yourself, or pro clubs with your friends. But the intermediate is when you just start to play online. And maybe from time to time you will switch to career mode, switch up, because you do remember how playing against the CPU was less stressful. That's why obviously Ultimate Team does have squad battles, but you are still enjoying the game. Level 4, the sweat. The only difference between level 3 and level 4 really is how you feel about losing and winning. Level 4 is when you take the game actually seriously. These are normally the players that actually buy FIFA October, September prior, maybe even pre-ordering it. You become a sweat when you actually understand when rewards come and what to focus on just so you can get the best rewards. Most sweats, 99% of sweats, do just play Ultimate Team and only really hop on pro clubs when have a big group of friends. And sweats will play pro clubs by themselves to grind just so they're even better when they're back with their friends. Level 4 is when you go past this stage of just enjoying the game, and the win is what you're playing for. The wins is what you want, and the wins is where you get your entertainment from, no matter where you are. This is also when you start getting the app, just so you can even get your rewards Monday and Thursday or whenever they come out, before even hopping on the game, to know what your rewards are and even train. That's sweaty. Level 5, the elite player. Most friendship group maybe will have 1 or 2 or 3 of these people, but these tend to be the players with the old FIFA system where it already puts you in a league. These tend to be the players with 4 and above. These are the players who are pushing to get champs, maybe bi-weekly. These are players who don't just know the meta. They've learnt the meta. They understand how to win a game. They understand what their opponent's strengths are by just looking at the opponent's team, and they understand what they will need to win. They are far gone from the days of just having a pasty player that can shoot. They need certain parts and certain pieces to be put together for them to win. How they're playing foot champs does depend, but they are in foot champs often. Level 6, on the other hand, is those players that play foot champs but win and rarely lose foot champs. This is where you're no longer just a casual FIFA player, that your favorite FIFA YouTuber uses their accounts because of the rewards they have. All the packs or rewards you see your favorite YouTuber use are from these people's accounts. They optimize playing foot champs every single week. Anything that's competitive that will give them the most rewards, they will use. They'll never get the standard edition of FIFA. They'll either get the mid or the ultimate edition, just to already have that running start. You rarely see these players on pro clubs, and seasons kickoff, I wouldn't touched it. The first thing they do is play the game. These are also the players that would tell you and me what the meta is, you and me what skills to use. They're always the first to it, and they don't actually tend to be that popular. They're just focused on the game, and these are the people that you don't want to put money against. Level 7, the elite player. I know you know that I know you do not know elite player. These are the people who are part of esports team. They're not just a FIFA player, they're EA player. They live and breathe this game. They know what the meta is. They know how to win. These are the people back in the day winning with bronze squads. These people pretty much are unbeatable. You wouldn't even face them in champs. That's how good they are. They don't stream. They don't do anything. They just go to tournaments. Their practice is foot champs, and they will not play anyone below that very level. These are the guys that get their living wage on FIFA. FIFA is the only game they have. FIFA is the only game they know, and they're known in the FIFA space. Esports edition, obviously. These are the people pushing for those top spaces. They're always in the ranks of being top 100. If they're not there by minimum, that's an insult to their name. And they probably know FIFA just as good as the developers.